There are lots of reasons why we should love African cichlids. They have a lot of interesting characteristics and very desirable characteristics as far as tropical fish go. Colors, their colors are amazing, spectacular colors, perhaps a greater variety of color and a more vibrant color than you'll see in other fish. One of the theories is that they were at one time a saltwater fish, and that body of water, Lake Malawi, got separated from the ocean, and they gradually converted or adapted over to being freshwater fish. This is indicated by a couple like nasal markings on the forehead, a couple of them right in the slope of the forehead that is unique to African cichlids, which would indicate that they were perhaps related to, I think, damselfish in the saltwater world. Another reason is their mouth brooding. I mean, they are a mouth brooding cichlid. So the female will hold these eggs in her mouth and until they become like little wigglers, and they're old enough to finally swim away. But in the very beginning, when they leave her mouth, if they become startled, they'll all rush back in. And so it's a very sort of fascinating way to sort of take care of and bring about fry. So very interesting fish. They get good size, and of course they have the aggression component to them, but that's something that can be managed. I've managed to manage it to some degree in this aquarium. But there's another component to another aspect of African cichlids that makes them unique, and that's that they have a second set of teeth, a second jaw, if you will, like something out of an alien movie, that is actually located in the throat. And what this does is it makes it almost impossible for anything that they capture and get down in their mouth, at least to that level, to escape, because it's being held in place by two set, the mouth, the jaw itself, and also this other set of teeth or jaw that exist in the throat. This works to their advantage in that their prey is not going to escape. It can also work to their disadvantage, because sometimes they'll get something in there that they really can't digest, like a big, heavily armored pleco, let's say. They just can't quite break it down and get it chewed up and down, and what ends up happening is both fish die. And you hear about this sometimes in YouTube videos.
It looks to me like the tail of a pleco.
No. He tried eating a fish and it got stuck in his throat.
My best guess, without saying it, yes.
You can see here in the diagrams this sort of structure and apparatus that these fish have, and it's just fascinating that they will grab something and quickly move it to this bear trap that exists at the top of the digestive tract at the throat level, and that's it. Game over. That fish is not getting away, and it's going to stay there until it gets chewed up and taken down, or both fish are going to die. They are kind of a wild type of structure. I'm just continually fascinated. And I've had African cichlids for years, but the more and more I learn about them, the more fascinated I am, the more intrigued I am by how this fish actually evolved. I just find them extremely interesting. If you're not into African cichlids right now, if you're not keeping them, I highly recommend them. You have varieties that are smaller and somewhat docile, like your Lethrinops, fish like that, maybe some shellies, shell dwellers, things of that nature. But you also have your bigger, more showstopper fish you start getting into things like your trout, like this big trout right here. The bigger fish, you're going to need a big aquarium. You're going to need a minimum of 125 gallons. Ideally, something like this. This is 300 gallons, 7 feet across, to really let them kind of shine and blossom and be able to live with tank mates and not feel like they're being overcrowded. So, highly recommended fish, and fascinating in so many different ways. Just a fascinating fish. And if you happen to be captured by one and caught in that second set of jaws, it's game over. It's game over. You're not going anywhere. What do you think? Do you keep cichlids? What's been your thought about them? Are you hope to keep them someday? Do you have questions or comments? Share them below. I'd love to hear them. And that's it for me. Just a little note on a fascinating type of freshwater fish. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you at the next one. Bye-bye.